Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we're at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. If you haven't checked out the last round, go back, go check it out. It was the Montreal Grand Prix in Canada, and it was a fantastic race. We were so close to getting onto the podium. Now, before we get into this Grand Prix, you can see we're just taking a look at potential drivers to replace Théo Pourchaire. It's been announced by the Renault board that they're not happy with Théo Pourchaire and they do want to see some changes. Théo Pourchaire, we gave him an opportunity, but he's just not being good enough. So we're going to be looking at replacing Théo Pourchaire for the next round. Oh, sorry, when his contract comes due, which is after the next round, I should say. Anyway, before we get into that, you can see here, we're just taking a look at the Vehicle Performance Index, and you can see here, we are now the fifth fastest car, but we are right there with McLaren, who are the fourth fastest car. And I think once we got this upgrade on for the tyre wear, and also the upgrade on the power unit for the fuel efficiency, we will be ahead of McLaren and the fourth fastest car in Formula 1. It's time now for qualifying for the British Grand Prix. We're diving straight into qualifying. We're not messing around with Pirelli Hot Lap challenges. We're getting straight into qualifying because this is a packed episode. This is an absolute jam-packed episode. So guys, I would really appreciate if you guys do smash the like button down below. And if you haven't already, of course, consider subscribing to the channel for some more F1 content because, yeah, this is a huge race for us. We got so much going on, and you can see here in qualifying, we're starting off in intermediate conditions, and we bottle it straight away. What a perfect start to qualifying that is. And you can see here as we start to end our first lap in qualifying in the intermediate conditions, what sort of lap time are we going to be able to achieve? We exit Vale now, and it's a 1:35.6. We're currently 1 second off of Lewis Hamilton, who's in P2, and we spin. We spin it on the exit turn 1. But you can see here now, we go straight to the end of qualifying, and you can see actually we're still in P9. So we actually did a decent lap. Even though it was a 1:35 and we're about a second off of Lewis Hamilton, it was still good enough for P9. But it has dried out here at the end of qualifying, so we have got to go again. And now this is going to be our first lap on the slick compound tyres, and things have now dried out. Into Brooklands we go. We go very, very wide at Brooklands. We did not trouble the apex at all there at Brooklands. Round Luffield we go. We get a decent exit from Luffield into Woodcote Corner now. And now it's a run down past the National Pit Straight into Copse Corner. Through Copse to go down to 7th gear. We give it a decent lift. We are not troubling Copse Corner at all. We're not pushing the limits of this car. I'm feeling very confident that we are going to be able to get through into qualifying 2. Through we go now. Maggotts, Beckett's on the exit of Chapel. Now down the hanger straight into Stowe Corner. Stowe Corner is where I was sat the last time I was at Silverstone. Don't think I'm going to be sat there this next year because the ticket prices for Silverstone are absolutely ridiculous. If you haven't seen the ticket prices which have recently gone on sale for Silverstone, yeah, it's a big yikes from me. Anyway, back to this. Through we go now, round Vale. Oh, we're going to be through to Q2. Yes, we are. It's P15. And through we go into qualifying 2 at Silverstone, and we skip it straight to the end of qualifying 2 because, well, we haven't got time to really be showing you all these laps. And now what are we going to do for Q2? It's going to be P8, and we're through now to qualifying 3 for the British Grand Prix. And through we go now into qualifying 3. And what are we going to be able to do here at Silverstone? You see we're currently up in P7 for Silverstone. So we did a very good banker lap. It was a 1:29.0. It was good enough for P7. But here we go now at the end of qualifying. What are we going to be able to do now? Here it is, our qualifying lap. Purple in Sector 1 as we go into Brooklands. This time as we go into Brooklands, we do actually hit the apex of Brooklands. Round Luffield we go. At the exit of Luffield. Now through Woodcote we go. It's so close here. We are just about a 10th up on our previous lap. Into Copse Corner we go. We run a little bit wide at Copse. We're about a tenth up though on Cops. We do lose time on the exit, so it wasn't actually faster to run deep through Maggots. Now Beckett's, and we're going to be into Chapel on the exit. Here we go now, through Chapel we go. DRS zone, 2.5, 3/10 up on our previous lap. We are good enough currently to get ahead of Carlos Sainz. Is it going to be enough for us to get past Sainz and up into P5 here at Silverstone? Through Stowe we go, we're 4/10 up. It's looking very good for us here at Silverstone. Are we going to be able to potentially even get our first pole position at Silverstone? Through we go to the line. It's a 4/10 improvement. We're up to P5 at Silverstone, but at the end it's P8 for the British Grand Prix. What a qualifying session that was. It's time now for the race.
We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone and it's time for the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Norris, Ricciardo, Bennett, Ocon, and Alex Albon, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, and Magnussen, Vettel, Schwartzman, Théo Pourchaire, and Mick Schumacher, Joe, Stroll, Latifi, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So George Russell, our rival, is down in P22 while we are up in P8. What can we do today at Silverstone? It's lights out and away we go. And we don't get off to the best of start. Through goes Ocon and Albon and Fernando Alonso. But into turn one, can we get Fernando Alonso straight away? We need to get past Alonso as quickly as we can. Into Village we go and down the inside. Through we go past Fernando Alonso. Next up is Esteban Ocon as we go round the loop. Are we going to be able to get Esteban Ocon? Yes, we do. Through we go past Esteban Ocon. And now down the Wellington Straight as we go into Brooklands. Can we get past Alexander Albon? We need to get past these guys as quickly as possible because we are faster than them today. And through we go. We're going to have the inside line on Alexander Albon. Yes, through we go. We had the inside line and it's enough there to get past Alex Albon. We're back up to P8. We're back where we started this British Grand Prix. Next up for us is Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo is, it looks like, struggling a little bit in the McLaren to hold pace with the likes of Hamilton and Lando Norris ahead. Oh, one of the cars there, it looks like he's running all sorts of wide and out of shape. Who was that? I think that was Lando Norris actually. Norris there ran a little bit wide through Maggots and Beckett's, and now he's coming under threat from Lewis Hamilton. Is Hamilton going to be able to get past Lando Norris? No, he can't. Through Stowe we go for the first time in this Grand Prix. But the important thing is we are sticking with Daniel Ricciardo. And look at this here, we're also all sticking with the two Ferraris. The two Ferraris have been battling really hard on this first lap. And it's meaning that we're able to stick with those guys. And that is exactly what we need in this Grand Prix. So at the end of the first lap, we're in P8. And things are looking good for us in this Grand Prix. If we can just stick with these guys. We go now to lap number 4. The DRS has been enabled. Hamilton and Norris are going wheel to wheel. The two Ferraris are going wheel to wheel as well, guys. This is incredible racing. We just need to be able to try and find a way past these guys. But they do go wheel to wheel. We're going to get the DRS now. And Ricciardo, he's going to be looking for a move to get past Hamilton and Norris. Is he going to be able to do it? Who knows? Hamilton runs wide. Hamilton locks up, hits Lando Norris. And Norris and Hamilton bang wheels. And that holds up Ricciardo. We go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Through we go. But Ricciardo back around the outside. Retakes the position. But we got the ERS. And with the ERS, through Copse Corner we go past Daniel Ricciardo. We get through past Ricciardo. Oh, what about that for a few laps of racing, a few corners of brutal racing there between Hamilton and Norris, and we are able to get past Daniel Ricciardo. Through we go, up to P7. Next up on the hit list is Lewis Hamilton. Can Hamilton do anything about Lando Norris? No, he doesn't. Hamilton doesn't get a good exit, and neither does Leclerc, because Norris is going to be looking for a move past Charles Leclerc, but we go through past Hamilton, and that is us now up to P number 6 as we go to lap number 5 here at Silverstone. It is all action here at Silverstone in this Grand Prix, and we're going to get the DRS now on Lando Norris. Are we going to be able to do anything about the McLaren drive? He's a little bit slow there. We go purple in sector 1, and we're going to look to run it right around the outside. It's going to be the inside. No, we can't. Maybe around the outside of Luffield? No, we can't. Do we get a good exit though from Luffield? Because if we do, we might be able to slingshot past Norris into Copse Corner. We're going to go for it, you know. Down the inside into Copse. Through we go past Lando Norris. That is us now up to P5. Here at Silverstone, things are looking absolutely incredible for us at Silverstone. Through we go up to P5. Next up is the 2 Ferrari cars. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and look at those guys. They are battling hard. And Charles Leclerc now, he's going to be looking to go around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. But those guys are battling really hard as Leclerc runs it right around the outside. And as they continue to do that, that is going to be perfect for me, because that means I can now close up to those guys, because they're just battling wheel to wheel everywhere they go. And now Charles Leclerc does set a new fastest lap in this Grand Prix, but he has held up Carlos Sainz a little bit. And now that does bring Carlos Sainz into our clutches just a little bit. Through Village and the loop we go. And now look at this, we're going to get the DRS on Carlos Sainz. Is that going to be enough for us to find a way past Carlos Sainz? Down the Wellington straight we go. Are we going to be able to do it on Carlos Sainz? No, we can't. We're just a little bit too far back on Carlos Sainz. Into Brooklands we go. Guys, like I said before, if you are enjoying this video, please do smash the like button down below, because this is definitely the best race we've had so far, and this is some incredible racing. And now on the exit of Brooklands we go. We're going to go down the inside on Sainz, and we're going to be able to go down the inside into Copse. Yes, we do. Through we go past Carlos Sainz, down the inside into Copse Corner, and that is us now up to P4. And next up is Charles Leclerc, and we're just having to back out on Leclerc there. There's no way we're going to be able to get past him into Magnussen Beckett's. But look at this, guys. Look at what's happened here. The gap between us and Verstappen was about 3.5 seconds last lap, and now this lap is down to 1.5 seconds. And the reason for that is because Perez and Verstappen are battling really hard. And through we go past Carlos Sainz we go, and that is us now into the podium positions and up to P3 on pace alone. We're up to 3rd and in the podium positions here at Silverstone as we go to lap number 9 now. And this is where our tyre wear upgrades are coming in clutch for us, because we're able to just stick with down the 2 Red Bulls, and through we go past Max Verstappen. Verstappen there gave us space into Copse Corner. I think he had a bit of PTSD from 2021, where of course Hamilton fired him into the wall at 51 Gs at Copse Corner. He was then able to give us space this time around. The PTSD kicked in, and Verstappen did not want to fight us too difficult. So through we go past Max Verstappen, and that is us now up to 2nd place here at Silverstone as we go to lap 10 now. And we've got the DRS and the ERS and the slipstream. And yep, Sergio Perez is no match for us. As through we go, and we take the lead of the British Grand Prix. Through we go into the lead. You absolutely love to see it. We've taken the lead of the Grand Prix. And now can we stay in the lead as we go to lap number 14? As the pit stops are happening now, it looks like a lot of guys got into the pits very early. Myself and Perez and Norris have stayed out. We're going to be doing the overcut, but we are going to be having the fresher set of hard compound tyres for the second half of this Grand Prix. We only need to do about 12 laps on the hards, and if we were able to do 14 on the mediums, then we should definitely get to the end on the hard compound tyres. It's a good turn in there. Are we going to get a good stop? A good stop is vital in this Grand Prix. Yes, we do. We get a good stop, and out we get then ahead of Sergio Perez, and that is very, very important. Are we going to be able to stay ahead of Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen and do the overcuts? No, we don't. Charles Leclerc goes through. What about Max Verstappen? No, Verstappen goes through. Guys, we've lost out to Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. They've done the undercut, but we are going to have fresher, hard compound tyres, which should take us to the end of this Grand Prix. And with those fresher hards, we should be able to find a way back past those guys. And instantaneously, we catch up to Verstappen. And through we go, back up to second place into Stowe Corner. Back up to second we go in this British Grand Prix. And next up, as we go to lap 18, is Charles Leclerc. Are we going to be able to retake the lead of the British Grand Prix? We're going to have to do it down the inside into Brooklands. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. Through we go, past Charles Leclerc. We retake the lead of the British Grand Prix, but we run it a little bit wide. We run wide, and that gives Leclerc the opportunity to come back down the inside. And now it's wheel to wheel into Copse Corner. Are we going to be able to run it around the outside of Leclerc? It looks like we run a little bit deep. We run deep, and that gives Charles Leclerc. What a move. What a move by Leclerc to get back past us and retake the lead of the Grand Prix. Oh, what a move that was there by Leclerc. He retakes the lead of the British Grand Prix, and we drop back down to P2. But with the DRS and the ERS, are we going to be able to find a way past Charles Leclerc into Stowe Corner? We go for it. Leclerc locks up. Leclerc locks the inside tyre. And just like in real life, Charles Leclerc bottles it from the lead of the Grand Prix, just like he did in France, where he absolutely bottled it. He's bottled this one as well. Let's take a look into Stowe Corner. Locks the inside tyre. Through we go. Let's take a look now from his onboard, and yeah, just locks the inside tyre. And through we go. We retake the lead of this Grand Prix. Oh, this race is all action. Guys, I know I said it before, but if you are enjoying the video, please do smash the like button down below, because this has been an incredible race. We've got to lap 20 now. And there's a car pulling over. It's Perez who's out of the Grand Prix, and we spin. No, we've spun it around. And Charles Leclerc retakes the lead of the Grand Prix. I think we just got distracted by Perez retiring from the Grand Prix. And with him retiring, we got a little bit overconfident, and then we spun around. And through goes Charles Leclerc. He retakes the lead of the race, and we drop back down to P2. But surely if we just stick with him with the DRS, we should be able to fly back past Charles Leclerc. Here we go. We got the DRS and the ERS and Slipstream. And we're going to go down the inside into Brooklands. Can we make it stick? No, we can't. We can't make it stick into Brooklands. So we're going to have to try and get him at the second DRS zone, if at all possible. We're going to stick with Charles Leclerc, hopefully. And we're going to use the ERS as much as we can. We're going to drain the battery. We've got 30% battery. We're going to absolutely drain the battery through Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel, so that we can stick with Charles, so that we can get the DRS and get it down the inside with our most powerful engine in Formula 1. Here we go now. X to Beckett's into Chapel. Through we go now. DRS enabled. ERS enabled. And we're going to go down the inside of Charles Leclerc. And we retake the lead of the Grand Prix for like the, I don't know, 4th or 5th time this Grand Prix. We've retaken the lead of this race for literally the 4th or 5th time. This race has been absolutely insane. It's been by far the best race we've ever had on this game. And now we go to the last lap of the British Grand Prix. And now we got Charles Leclerc right behind us. We just need to stick with him. We got 50% ERS. We've got plenty to use on this final lap of the British Grand Prix. Exit of Luffield and Woodcote was good. Now into Copse Corner. We've got a decent gap from Leclerc. We just need to keep it neat and tidy. Through Copse we go. We do keep it neat and tidy. And now we just need to keep it through Maggots and Beckett's. We need some good runs through here. It's a good run through Maggots and Beckett's. And we do get a good exit from Chapel. Yes, we do. We do get a good exit. We've got plenty of ERS to use. And we're going to be able to defend surely from Charles Leclerc. Leclerc's not going to be able to go for a move down the inside. He's too far back. It's going to have to be a long run around the outside and then go to the inside. But he runs wide on the exit to Stowe. And he's not going to be able to try and move into Club Corner. No, he can't. We just need to survive Vale. And we do. And we're going to win the British Grand Prix are doing. We spin. But we've won. We've won the Grand Prix, even with a spin.
You've done it. Well done. Great stuff, mate. Great stuff.
We've won our first Grand Prix, even with a spin. We win the British Grand Prix, guys. That's our first win of our season
Here at
mode.
Silverstone, a memorable race and an impressive victory.
Look at that, guys. P1 for Pulse Motorsport. Get in there.
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
So, we've won our first race of the My Team career mode. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, as I've said before, please do smash the like button down below, because that was one of the very best races I think I've ever had in my team. And not only because we won. That was some incredible racing against the AI. Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, they pushed us all the way until the end of this Grand Prix. But we did it. We won our first race, and we did it at home because we won the British Grand Prix. So, like I just said, we won the British Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc finished as second, Max Verstappen third, Hamilton fourth, Carlos Sainz finishes fifth, Lando Norris in sixth, Fernando Alonso P7, Daniel Ricciardo in 8th, Esteban Ocon is 9th, and George Russell rounds out the top 10 for Mercedes from last place. What a good result that is for George Russell. And only one driver DNF'd the Grand Prix, and that was Sergio Perez. In the driver's standings now, Lando Norris still leads the Drivers' Championship from 13 points ahead of Max Verstappen in second place. We move all the way up to P6 in the driver's standings ahead of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. And in the Constructors' Championship, Pulse Motorsports is still in P5 in the Constructors. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, please do smash the like button down below. And as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. And I'll see you guys again soon for the next round in Austria. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.